entirely depend for arms supplies upon the Western people in the Western nations. So how can you fight a people when constantly you have to beg for arms? Please give us some bullets, we are going to fight you, and we are going to defeat you. Is there any logic in that?
No.
And where are they fighting Western countries? Show me one place. They're all fighting among themselves. What is happening in Nigeria, what is happening in Syria, what is happening in Lebanon, what is happening in Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Just scan the view of the Muslim world, and their jihad only means that a Muslim must destroy another Muslim. So where is the fear of the West? Why are they so worried about these things?
They are very worried in the West that they're exporting this.
Because it's artificially created fear. There is no substance in it.
My point is,
it suits them to keep their common people duped with the idea that we have an enemy. So let's join our forces against that imaginary enemy which doesn't exist.
Yeah, my point is
only a single European country can crush the entire might of the Arab world. Germany, for instance. And they just build up the monsters which do not exist. Like they built a monster out of Iraq.
Yeah, they're very right.
You see?
The point is, it makes difficult for like an image of Islam. That's what's tarnished.
I know, this is the point, but what can we do about it?
So how do we...
We have no media to help us. Only MTA has come into being, and we are fighting to the best our capacity.
Yeah, what's my
through
best
that
answer?
Media.
Yeah, what should be my best answer to this type of person?
Haven't I given you the answer?
No, I mean independently.
Do you think it's the worst answer possible? I have given you the answer. That's all I could do. Please. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Raja Mansoor Sahib.
In an inflationary economy, the rate of interest that is haram, is it the nominal interest rate or the real? What I mean is, if $100 is borrowed by a borrower today and the inflation rate is 5%, the nominal...
Now tell me, your question is a bit odd. Now if you say it's bad for decent human beings to eat filth, now somebody asks you, is it bad to eat a little bit of filth or a little more of it? Filth is filth. That which is bad for economy in the end, that element, that principle of usury which works havoc with the economies of the world and boosts them artificially to begin with, and then becomes a cause of their ultimate collapse, which turns into wars. This collapse always results into wars. Now this is a well-established history of human crisis in the last 50 years or so, or last 70 years or so, let's say, and still they don't learn the lesson from this. It is the system against which we are fighting. An individual brush of compulsion or necessity does not make the difference if you still stand to rout this system and to destroy it and replace it with the Islamic concept of financial dealings.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
Now this aspect has been discussed by me in detail in my small booklet, Islam, the Response to the Contemporary Issues. If you could lay your hands to that, in the section of economy, you will find some answers to the question, please. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, Hazur.
Assalamu alaikum, Sahibzada Sahib, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, fine.
You are great-grandson of Hazrat Sahibzada Abdul Latif Shaheed.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Yes.
My question is, recently you may have heard the anti-abortion activists where on a couple of occasions they have shot doctors who are performing abortion. While I know that Islam would not permit that, to what extent do you think Muslims should go to stop this evil of abortion?
You see, I have already spoken not once but many times before that Islam only speaks of abortion in one or two verses and makes it clear without any ambiguity that if you are afraid of paucity of food, shortage of food or what provisions for sustenance of life, then for that fear abortion is not permitted. Family planning is forbidden if you apply this for the purpose which I have just mentioned. And this is the only reason given against abortion by the modern people and the modern governments. So it is in direct clash with Islamic teaching. Islam does not forbid abortion if abortion is required for the health of the mother, or if abortion can cause a real danger to the life of the mother, or for any other reason which is logical and understandable. But for the fear of shortage of food, Islam rejects the idea of employment of family planning. Are you answered clearly in this?
Sir, I was wondering to what extent should Muslims pursue stopping this?
The Muslims, you see, when you say to what extent the Muslims should start following this injunction, it creates a false scenario of Muslims abiding by Islamic teachings in every other respect. Only in this little small area they need your advice or my advice. In which Islamic teaching, area of Islamic teaching, are the Muslims following it? Show me one area. They have rejected Islam as a practical way of life. What's happening in Karachi alone is a total rejection of Islamic conduct, Islamic human conduct, human relationship. Child abduction for the sake of money, cars are taken away at gunpoints. The country is being ruled by a very well-disciplined and organized mafia, a very powerful mafia. The drug has become an order of the day. And all sorts of possible crime are being committed in that state. Right or wrong?
So right.
And you don't have to tell the world from yourself. Pick out any daily paper from Pakistan and it's blackened with this news. Crime, 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 crime of all sorts and at all levels. The opposition blames the government in power of having committed the worst possible human crimes, and the government, when it becomes opposition, same ex-opposition now in government, of exactly the same commitment of the same crimes. All the courts are full of witnesses which are liars, and everybody knows it. The judges have become for sale, and now the political parties are now openly criticizing the judges by claiming that these judges have been bought by the government to entrap their opponents, political opponents, and false cases are being registered against them. Now this is a common day experience of Pakistan. Is that Islam? Are they not committing fornication? Are they not committing rape there? Only one or two cases of abortion draw the attention of the whole world, Islamic point of view. Where is Islamic point of view respected? Show me that area in life. This is a superficial question. It has no relation to the realities. It has no bearing on the Muslim conduct. Even if it is made clear to them